Hello everyone, my greetings to each one of you. This is the third session on human capital formation. In the previous session, you have understood the sources of human capital formation. I am Poonam Vohra from Economics Economics Learning Center. As is known that natural resources are the reason for any country to develop faster. It is believed that if a country has abundant natural resources, the country develops faster in comparison to those which do not have such natural resources. But one has to remember that all the resources are managed by human resources only. If human resources are efficient, there would be efficient utilization of natural resources that are available. So in this session, the discussion will be on the role of human capital in economic development of a country. So let's understand. Let us understand the relationship between economic growth and increased income. For that, one has to understand that there is a link between economic growth and human capital. Economic growth means increase in real per capita income of a country. So expenditure on education, health, on-the-job training, migration and information about job market increases the income generating capacity of an individual and hence country. Such expenditure promotes inventions, innovations, modernization of attitude, life expectancy and quality of life. So, higher income causes building of high level of human capital, which in turn causes growth of income. So the relationship between human capital and economic growth flows in either direction. But it has been observed that human capital growth has been faster, but growth of per capita income has not been very fast, as population growth is much faster. Now let us understand that there is a difference between economic growth and economic development. Economic growth means increase in real national income or national output, whereas economic development is improvement in the quality of life and living standards. For example, measures of literacy, life expectancy and healthcare. It is expected that economic growth enables economic development. Higher real GDP enables more to be spent on healthcare and education. Economic growth measures an increase in real GDP. GDP is a measure of national income and national expenditure. It basically measures the volume of goods and services produced in an economy, that is quantitative in nature, whereas economic development looks at a wider range of statistics than just GDP per capita. It is concerned with how people are actually affected. It looks at their actual living standards and the freedom they have to enjoy a good standard of living. So it is qualitative in nature. Now assess yourself. You will find here few measures which measure either economic growth or economic development. You need to identify whether it measures economic growth or economic development. I'll just read it out for you and make it more clear. Say GDP per capita. You need to identify whether it measures economic growth or whether it measures economic development. Similarly, you need to identify for each of these items. These are educational standards, number of doctors per 1000 population, growth in output per worker, and life expectancy. I hope I have made the question clear. Please check your answer. GDP per capita measures economic growth. Educational standards measure economic development. Number of doctors per 1000 population measures economic development. Growth in output per worker measures economic growth. Life expectancy measures economic development. Now, how do you find out whether economic growth or whether economic development is being measured by particular measures? It's simple. Anything which is quantitative in nature is economic growth. Anything which is qualitative in nature is economic development. For example, educational standards. This is a qualitative measure. So, this measures economic development. If it is GDP per capita, it is quantitative. You can find numbers. It is economic growth. Human capital plays a very important role and is a strong foundation of a continuous process of economic development of a nation for a long period of time. It is an orientation to growth. Investment in human capital formation results in improved efficiency, productivity and production as skilled workers make efficient use of available resources. It brings positive change in the work environment as their capabilities are enhanced and stimulates innovation that creates ability to absorb new technologies and hence make people growth oriented. Not only that, education enhances outlook and attitude of people towards various aspects like jobs, market, mobility, gender bias, traditions, and so on, which ensures social change in desired directions. It also increases the life expectancy of people. That includes long and healthy life. So there is a strong foundational connection between human capital, education, and economic development. Human capital formation is a means and human development is an end in itself. Human capital formation is developed by health, education, and standard of living. Therefore, the components of Human Development Index, that is Life Expectancy Index, Education Index, and Income Index, are directly related to human capital formation within a nation. Human Development Index is an indicator of positive correlation between human capital formation and economic development. If Human Development Index increases, there is higher rate of human capital formation in response to higher standard of education and health. Similarly, if Human Development Index increases, per capita income of the nation also increases, implying economic prosperity. I hope you have understood the role of human capital in economic development. Also, the difference between economic growth and economic development. With this, the session comes to an end. The next session focuses on challenges faced in human capital formation. Till then, keep reading, keep learning, keep a track on the latest updates of human capital. See you in the next session.